Hey, it's Wilfred Lehman here at Puerto Rico Real Estate, and today we're going to focus on real estate contracts. First, none of them are standardized. So, depending on where you're from, let's just say you're from the States, when you're in a transaction and you're going to do a purchase contract, you're going to see that pretty much all of them are look the same. Well, here in Puerto Rico, depending on who you're working with, you will have a wide variety of different types of contracts. I've seen some that are super detailed, and I've seen some that are really one page, very vague contracts. The least that a contract should have is yours and the seller's, or depending on if you're a seller or buyer, but both parties' full legal names. They're making sure that they're legal to sign a contract, where they're from, and their marital status. The other thing is, if you're going to do it in LLC, it needs to be the full LLC's name, and that LLC needs to be registered in Puerto Rico. You also need the description of the property. You can get that off the old sales deed, the catastrophe number, the folio, the tomo, and as well as the finca numbers. The other thing is the list of personal items that are staying in the property. So if you negotiate furniture and things like that, the agreed sales price, which is the most important. The other thing is the amount of earnest money, and basically the rules to the earnest money. What happens if a contract doesn't go through? You need to know what's going to happen to your earnest money, what the penalties are if something doesn't happen, whether it's your fault or the other party's fault. The other thing is the time of closing. How long is the contract valid for? The contingencies. Say there's an inspection contingency or an appraisal contingency. Any contingencies, they need to be in there. They also need to explain who's going to pay all the closing costs. You have seller and you have buyer's closing costs. And then typically the who's going to be the notary, which is basically the real estate attorney. So that's kind of the bare minimum that should be in a contract. If you're not feeling comfortable about the contract itself, I would definitely hire a real estate attorney that has experience in real estate and have them review your contract as well. The other thing is if you don't know Spanish and it's in Spanish, they're supposed to translate it for you in whatever language is your main language. So just a couple things. And also the most important thing is, protect yourself, really protect yourself, go over the contract. I've seen many times where I've had buyers that weren't part of our transaction, but buyers that I've heard of just took the word of it from whoever they were working with, and then they signed the contract without actually looking at it. And it's cost them thousands of dollars because they didn't understand the terms, they didn't understand the earnest money terms and things like that. So really make sure that you read line by line the contract, make sure it's explained to you correctly. And again, to really double check everything is make sure you have a good real estate attorney that can give you an opinion and really make sure to protect yourself. I know you probably have other questions regarding this. Everybody's scenario is different. So please reach out to us if you have any questions and you need our help. Again, you can text us, WhatsApp us, you can email us, but we really prefer you to give us a call just because the conversation is a little bit easier. So again, if you have any questions, give us a call. Until then, thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll see you next time. Take care.